The galaxy is in turmoil. 4 factions vie for power, with a 5th rising, seeking to bring liberation to everyone in this war zone. But none of that matters to me. An officer in the Glitcher faction murdered my sister. That's the only reason I signed up. Revenge. This new faction had connections to track down that monster, for a price. So I started working for them. They had an agent mess up big time and get themselves captured. I bought some gear and took the elevator to my breach pod. A neat little ship. Fast, agile, and completely undetectable on radar scan. This ship was the key to any successful stealth mission. But stealth just wasn't what the galaxy had in mind. 5 men guarding the airlock. So much for starting out easy. I was going in hot. Two rounds to the head of the guards on my left. Backing into the airlock again, I knew the alarm was being raised. 2 more shots and only 1 guard remained. He'd returned fire already. Ordinarily, this would mean the end for my vengeful campaign, but preparation means everything. The gear I bought earlier just paid for itself. It was a short-range teleporter, and after taking out the pilot, I rerouted the navigation controls to find the nearest friendly station. And with my first job under my belt, I was one step closer to completing my crusade. A new job had popped up, and a friend in the station told me I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone with this job. An enemy agent needed kidnapping. I didn't ask what they were gonna do to the poor bastard, and frankly, I didn't care. It was 41 credits towards finding my quarry. And what's more, on that very same ship, there was intel that would pave the way to me finding the location of my target, or at least bring down the finder's fee. The drawbacks? The target was slippery. 1 wrong move and they would run, through the ship's teleporter never to be seen again. Not to mention a large amount of sentry turrets on board. Stepping in front of them would prove fatal. The crew on board would be well equipped on top of that, sporting thermal detector grids, and some of them even carrying personal deflection shields. Lastly, if I was going to bring this guy in, it would have to be alive. Luckily, I had just the right tool for that job. The funds I made from the last job would have to go into equipment. I had already learned the benefits of being well equipped, and was not eager to learn what happens to those who fail at such tasks. The job had been going well, but I made a mistake, stepping through a door at the wrong time. The target took 1 wild shot at me and began to flee, calling his dogs to set upon me. And like dogs, I put them down. Hearing the door to the teleporter room open, I dashed forward, catching the man with my pipe wrench in the back of his head. He would live, but as I retrieved his body from the floor, I was spotted. Sprinting back through the ship, I grabbed a discarded long-range teleporter and made my escape. It was time. I knew where he was hiding, and I knew what I had to do. If I failed at this mission, there was no going back. My first obstacle was a locked door, and by chance, the key came to me. This had saved me a lot of time and trouble tracking it down, and I used this opportunity to slip through half of the ship undetected. Placing me right outside the room, I knew my target had to be in, but the door was locked. And even worse, a jammer had been placed inside the room, making teleporting inside impossible. I took the time to think. I used my long-range crash beam to disable the door and destroy the jammer stopping me from teleporting. I drew my short sword and pulled the trigger on my teleporter, one last time. And with my sister finally avenged, I retired.